Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000 15 on Xbox Live, and this is another random video, but this time, as by the looks of the title, as you've seen it, indeed it is the top 5, this is my top 5 things that I think should be on Red Dead Redemption 2 online. Now, I'm not having, there's going to be a few rules, like, for example, DLCs don't count. That will be for a separate list, and also it's not an online offline list either. It's all personal things what I would like to see online. Now the demonstrations, some of them will be demonstrated online because there's an offline, I should say, because it's an offline feature. E.g., I might show off John Marston doing something or Arthur Morgan doing something, and just for demonstration. So, without further ado, there's no particular rule. Now, I just put it in an order in which it would make more sense. It's not my, and again, it's my own personal opinion. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what do you think it should be on Red Dead Online. This is basically features, and again, we're gonna get on with the countdown, starting with number 5. So yeah, here we go. Let's start this countdown. Number 5. And number 5 is being able to sleep at camp. Now, already we can craft and we cook, like, we can go through our recipes like this, you know, and go through all the different things that you can make. But if you have to say this is your online character, it looks a lot like, you know, Arthur Morgan, but it's, you know, you try to make him look like Arthur Morgan. Some people do, but you know, I'm using Arthur Morgan as an example. This is pretend as your online character, and this is what would be a good thing update to be on is that being able to sleep. It comes up just like this. So you can go for the morning, night, evening. If of course that would be 19 hours. And while you're asleep, it doesn't kick you out because you are physically doing something in the game. Therefore, the game will recognize that you're trying to sleep. But if, let's say, that post over there is your camp flag, and let's say that post in the corner it's up right now, that means nobody can come in your camp and disturb you. But let's just say it was down, and then people can come in your camp and disturb you like normal. So that would be the future, is like being able to sleep, and it goes by like this. Let's say you want to sleep until night because there's a mission like the let's say the moonshine. You want that to be ready. Well, and it's going to be ready in 13 hours. But if you are stupid enough to keep your camp, if you keep the camp unattended and people can come in it, then before that cutscene is over, it will be interrupted. It'll go back to you being assaulted or whatever. But if you have it on lockdown and nobody can get in, they can't disturb you while you sleep, and that cutscene will follow through. So it becomes nighttime. So that is basically my the top 5 things that I think the 5th. One of the things I'd like to see in Red Dead Online. You know, maybe not that sky view, but it'll be a downwards view of you sleeping like this. Like watch, I'll show you what I mean. It'll zoom out like this. Tell you where your camp is like this. Then time and we'll face sometimes it'll face the top here, and like it'll go like this. Then time, you'll see the clouds go by ever so slow, faster than usual, but not fast enough. And they'll still have the little I'll put the radar in the corner and you'll see people coming past, and then whether you got it up or down depends, and if you got it, if people come in your camp and you disturb you, it'll go back to normal, like this, and you can get up and of course defend yourself, get off any kind of guns. Of course, if it's like a little mini camp that you give them, because there's a certain level where you can unlock a little mini camp like this, you can also tear down the camp, and that'll be it. So yeah, basically number 5 is being able to sleep at your main camp or a mini camp. That is my number 5. Going on to the number 4. Number 4. Number 4 is basically being able to, well, pay other players to do jobs for you. So yeah, I thought about this. The way it will work is, let's just say that you're out and about, and you know, like I am here, and then you want some more, you know, trader stuff. You want someone to hunt down some legendary animals. So look, there's some bison here. This is perfect. Well, how about, yeah, let's say they want to get them bison, and you will get some samples off of the bison, but you can't be asked to do it yourself. So basically, you would pay other people. The way it would work is that you want to get a sample of an animal but you can't get asked to do the sampling. The way it would work is another player would do this exact thing. Let's say they would say this is you, and you are paying your friend. Like, let's say I'm being paid to do a job for them, and I will then go and meet them at their camp, or whatever location you are. Like, let's just say let's say you go and meet them. You can do this as part of a posse, or you can do this as just a normal thing. So, right. But let's just take an example. Let's just say that Cripps here, let's just say Cripps here, let's just say he's another player. Right? He's standing there minding his own business, and let's say he's paid you to go and get him some materials. And I've got a possum pelt here. You can give this player your old possum pelt. The way you do that is, obviously you can't get it off of your horse. But if you had something off your horse, you go up to him. Here's your possum one. You donate it to them. You gives it from them, and then your money will go up. A bit like that. Yeah, so you'll go up to your player, press RB, then all of them. Then you press, you press the D. Yes, so you're up, whistles as we know, satchel. So yes, you press down on the D-pad, and what will happen is it'll then come up with a wheel, a bit like this, and obviously it goes to items, and let's say it'll come up with moonshine business. Like, you want to get some, get some moonshine and give it to them. Or maybe it's just some animal kit trading, come up with, or collector's item, or maybe you want someone to dig up something for you. It's all up to you now. And then it'll come to a like this. Right? What do you want collected? You go and select the items that you want collected, for example. You press select, and then they go off. They go and get it. They give it to you. You pay them. The maximum amount that you pay someone will be $20. You can choose, by the way. There'll be like a little. You get to choose. It'll come up again. It'll be like It'll be like the do you know when you get the amount that you want, it comes up sometimes from the money. That's what will come up. You can then choose from the minimum is $5. Pay someone $5 to $20. That's gonna be the minimum, and then you choose how. And if they don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You can decline and try and find someone else to help you out. So, but yeah, you can be in a posse. You don't have to be in a posse. As long as you've got a good honor system, though, you can't trade with anyone. You can't make deals with someone that's got a bad honor system. Like for me, you would easily be able to do it with me because I've got the highest honor system there. Coyote. You want to pump the coyote? Boom. Obviously, but for $15, whereas obviously, yeah, you're going to chase. You want to pump the coyote. Oh, now obviously although that's the thing. Now you've asked for the coyote pal. Now you've asked for $15 for the public, but it comes out being poor. Because the customer asked for a perfect one, the price will go down. So for whatever for the coyote, it'll go down to 5 each time. So that will be worth 10, what the full price. Then if it's a good one, then it takes away 5 from that. So you ask for 15, you take away 5, it gets down to 10. If it's a poor one like I've got here, it'll go down to 5, so you only get paid $5. So let's say this is player again. Bought my own.
Before too long.
He'll give you $5 for it because you didn't do a good job. So it depends on how good of the deal is. There's no time limit, or anything like that. You just have to arrange something, meet up. You can even meet up at a bar or in your camp or wherever. If we could be in a posse or whatever. And you could, you don't even have to have a mic. Send messages, arrange it. It'll be like, negotiate. That'll be a good thing to do. So yes, charging people to help you out. That's basically my number 4. As we go on to number 3. Number 3. And for number 3, I'm taking Red Dead Redemption 1 Online for this example, which I'm surprised is, yes, we do have gang hideouts and bootleggers missions all appear on the map whenever they want. And it's, yes, the same thing happens on GTA 5 where randomly you'll get a gang attack appear on the map. But on Red Dead 1, I will go for the map for this example. Right here! Not only does it show you where things are, like if I zoom in here, and that's Blackwater and the Great Plains. Well, you got, the things like the hunting grounds and the poker, you can play poker and everything, and transport and Red Dead 1. But do you know what else is there? Do you know what else you can see? And the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on here, gang attacks. They appear on the map. Bring us back the goddamn gang attacks. The gang attacks, the gang hideout. Yes, we have the gang hideout. The gang attacks, and yes, we have gang attacks, we have gang hideouts. But put them on the map. You have all these challenges that are related to gang hideouts. Complete 2 gang hideouts. It can't be bootleggers missions, but it has to be gang hideouts. I tried that the other day on Red Dead 2 Online. Doesn't work. So bring this back up. So, for example, the gang hideout on It's over here, right? And look, here it is. Gang attack. And then the gang attack starts. See? Just destroy the remaining crates. That's one of the gang attacks. But yes, I'm already here at the gang attack on the gang hideout. You do the gang hideout, you complete it, then that's one of the daily challenges done out of the way. So that's all I want, is basically this. Is the map to say, hey yes, gang attack here, hideout over there, I want to go to it. So yeah, that's basically all I want. It's back into Red Dead 2's. Show us where the gang hideouts are, so that we can do them. And when we have done one, they fade they start off red, don't they? And then they fade to grey once you've done one. And then they reset. They reset weekly or daily or whatever. That would be nice. So bring them back on Red Dead 2 Online. The gang hideouts, which we know already exists on Red Dead 2, but it randomly appears, and some people want to. When you do gang hideouts, you get good XP. So come on, Rockstar, bring us back the proper gang hideouts where they are on the map, and you can go to them and complete them for a good amount of money. And so that indeed is number 3 for me, as I will go on to number 2. Number 2. And number 2, well, is basically being able to rob people. So now, in order to do now, this is what I'm going to say is, basically, in order to rob people, I'm gonna put my mask on, for example. Here, you can. I think, if let's say you go to Valentine, you can go to a bar. You can go to a general store. You can rob a general store if you wanted to. And so you're going online, and this is how robbing would work.
I'm not looking for trouble, stranger.
Yeah. So you have to get your auto system to at least beyond the red system. Nowhere in the white. So that's just about enough for me. If you wanted to come rob people, you just do that.
Open the register right now.
Take what you want, just don't kill me. I'll empty the register for you. Don't do anything.
That's
Don't
all.
feel good taken from others.
That exact same cutscene would happen, and you could do this.
This is mighty kind.
Because you can't do that online.
Law in this town is a joke.
So now, well, no, so you know, you've robbed a store. Do you know what else you could rob? NPCs.
Give me your money, mister.
Oh my Christ. I ain't no good. Just take this.
Please. Time for a lawman.
And of course, they will give you a small amount. Now, as well, you can rob other players. Yeah, the way that works, mainly, so you can rob, like I showed you. Let's take this guy for an example. Let's pretend.
I'm just fine out here. So how about you leave me be?
Well, he's just threatening you. The other player had no way you do it.
How about I blow your lamp out?
Again, you could rob.
Hand it over.
You're dead meat.
Of course, if he refuses like he just did, you just shoot him down. Like that. And of course, you know, that guy refused. No, not an NPC, but let's pretend it was another player. They can choose to give you money or, like, and basically, depending on how high your honor system is, like mine's just about in the red, so you would basically you don't have to hand over any money, but if you do decide to hand over money, In a minimum, you'll be given over is like $2. The maximum that you'll be given over is probably $5 to $6, $5 to $10, depending on how low. You're really all the way to the left, and you got so the higher you are, the more dishonorable you are, the more you're gonna hand over. Because here comes a train. This is good timing, because the next thing that you'll be able to rob online, if robbing was a thing, is of course a train. Now this, you can rob, now we can already get trains, but this is a train that you can get online, and the way you would do it is you can jump onto the terrain like this. Now, obviously, if it's a carriage train, will be added as well, so that you can rob them. And there'll be loot inside the trains. So, obviously, there are loots that you can steal from trains like this, like the normal ones from online, but you can, just like offline, you can, you know, look for something to rob. Like you can find a train to rob. Just go around collecting stuff on a train like this. You can rob a train. That'll be another thing you should be able to do. So like, yeah, you can rob people, you can rob NPCs, you can rob stores. And of course, also, my version of the also being able to do missions where you have a posse of
Where the hell do you?
a mission of at least 4 people to rob a
You
bank.
heard me like I'm gonna watch you rocked.
So yeah, basically that's what number 2 for me is, just being able to rob. Being able to do robberies in the old Western style, have missions where you can just have at least 4 random strangers or a posse of 4 where you can do a bank job and, you know, rob a bank or rob a train, or you can rob on the trains like that, or on a special trains that appear when filled with people, so you can rob them. That's got treasure on it. And on top of that, you can rob NPCs, but only if you got bad. If you're really bad and you've got bad honor, that's the only time. And even stagecoaches, I think, already appear. But I think you should be able to rob stagecoaches as well, if that's not already a feature. But that is my number 2. Number 1. And number 1 is dueling with other players. Now, we all have done it. We've all gone online with our mates, and we've done it in the posse, or just talked to random people. And we said, hey, who's up for a duel? And they would go, okay, I am. And then you turn 10 paces and you go,
Oh my god.
and you shoot other people. But, do you know that when a random person comes up to you, and, I'm gonna find an NPC here. Let's say you find a random player, and shoot him.
What? Leave me be already.
And he does, and then his teammate decides to join in,
You gonna get some
and you shoot, and he shoots you and dead. What will come up usually is you could parley with him or something like that. But what if there's an extra option, as well as parley, and it comes up saying duel. It comes up parley and duel. You can press charges usually, but I think it should, as well as saying duel on that bit there when you die, you could, like, it comes up press charges, parley, or duel. Because, like, partner, hey, you got lucky, pal. You got shot. You got lucky. I feel like you got lucky. So, what you do is, what happens instead, it actually goes to the nearest town. It will put a location to the nearest town. Then, well, since this is the nearest town, Valentine is the nearest town online. Let's just say that this is the guy that shot me. I believe it is.
What's your quarrel?
I'm just gonna
Turn your tail and get.
shoot to get into stupid mode.
You go to hell.
Obviously, what would happen next? It will automatically go into this Deadeye, and that person you are shooting will get shot. Go into that Deadeye, and boom! You get to shoot down first one to kill. That's the kill like I just did then. That's all it will be. It's like you shoot first one to get the kill wins. If the person that obviously depending on the person that if you're the person that challenged the duel but you lost, you lose. You're not only that, but if they then then basically you lose money. You can play some bets and wages too before the match. So if you want to bet a maximum bet of I'll say $5, and then the minimum bet of $1, then if you lose the duel, yeah, that's all it'll do. Is that if you challenged it and you lose twice as much money. If you win, you win twice. You win twice as much. So yes, there will be a Mexican standoff in a posse versus, which is a bit of a fun today. I mean, I suppose that's team fighting, but it'll be a little bit different because it'll be 2 versus 2 versus 2. And I mean, the minimum you can have is 4, so it'll be 2v2. But I think the posse will be also a bit bigger. So you're gonna have 6 people in it. It'll be 2 things versus 2. And again, you want to go to the nearest town, Valentine, put wages on to see which team can win. If your team loses, then you get, you lose twice as much as you bet on. And if you win, that is how a duel would work. You can do it against another player, or you can do it as part of the posse and do a Mexican standoff. You can place bets, gain money, lose money, depending if you win or lose. And if you have low honor, you can also take 25 cents. Oh my God, here. 25 cents off of the bodies that you loot from the robbery thing that I said. That's my number 1. There you have it, folks. That is my top 5 things that I'd like to see in Red Dead Redemption 2. I am Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live. Again, there might be another video like this where I'll describe my top 5 DLCs or what I'd like to see in future games and stuff, not just Red Dead Redemption. Or I might do other top 5s like this. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the video? Feel free to like, share and subscribe. And also, what's your opinion of this? Do you think there should be other things online that we should be able to do? And until next time, bye bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.